Escapate conmigo esta noche, baby. Te quiero comer, te va a encantar. You know when you're with me, we always have a good time. You're gonna love it.
Hi guys, it's Lana here, and today I want to talk to you guys about rice water. Now that might sound really random to some of you guys, and some of you guys might have heard about it before. It was actually thanks to some of your comments that I even tried this out. I hadn't heard of it before, but then I did some research and I realized that the Yao women have been using this for hundreds of years, and they're now actually in the record books for having the longest hair in the world. So I just thought, you know, if it can work for them, then let's see if it works for me. So I do actually think that the rice water has helped with the thickness and the condition of my hair, and I did actually cut quite a lot of my hair off back in like the start of December or late November, around about that time, and I think that my hair has grown a lot since then. So definitely make sure that you thumbs up this video for more hair growth videos, and leave me a comment and tell me what I should try out next. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I am making videos every single day this month. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you don't miss them. Also, make sure you get me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and let's get on to the video. So there are two main ways that you can make rice water for your hair. So the first way is plain rice water. This is going to be the quickest way. So all you need to do is take some rice. It can be any kind of rice, but organic is best. If it is non-organic, then you're probably going to need to give it 2 rinses instead of 1. So that's going to get rid of any dust particles, any impurities, and any pesticides or anything like that that they have used on the rice. So you don't want any of that stuff on your hair. We only want the good stuff. So then you're going to want to go ahead and pour more water over the rice in a bowl and let that sit for 30 minutes. And when the 30 minutes is up, you can go ahead and knead the rice and just make sure that all of that goodness comes out, and you will see that it turns this kind of milky white color. So that is filled with so many good minerals and ingredients for your hair. So then you can go ahead and you can use that right away. But if you want something with a little extra kick, if you want something that is going to be much more potent, then you can use fermented rice water. So in order to make this, you are going to need to leave the rice sitting in the water for at least 24 hours. And in that 24 hours, it's going to ferment, which is going to lower the pH level of the rice water so that it matches your hair. And then after the 24 hours is up, you are going to need to remove the rice from the water. So you can do this with a sieve or a strainer, and then take that water and stick it in the fridge to stop it from fermenting, because otherwise it's just going to keep fermenting and it's going to get smelly, and at this point it's already going to smell a little bit sour. So that is absolutely fine to just leave it for the 24 hours, take out the rice, and then put it in the fridge. It's going to make all of that nutrients a million times more potent and so much more beneficial for your hair. So when that 24-hour period is up, it's going to smell a little bit funky, it's going to smell a little bit sour, and it's not going to be the most pleasant, but it's definitely bearable. Don't worry about that smell at all. And if you don't want that smell to get stronger and you just want to stop the fermentation process right there, then you're going to want to stick it in an airtight container and put it in the fridge. Online there is a little bit of to and froing about whether or not to boil the water. So I found that boiled rice water kills all of the nutrients. So if at any point in this process you have boiled this water, it has essentially killed the nutrients. That's just as far as I have found in my research. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but it makes sense to me at least that if you're going to boil it, then you have killed the nutrients in it. So at no point in this process do I boil my rice water. It's not just as simple as taking the water out of the rice that you've just cooked, because then that's been boiled. So you can just do it in the 2 ways that I mentioned, so making plain rice water and making fermented rice water. There are a whole bunch of ways that you can use the rice water once you have it. So one of the first ways is as a pre-poo treatment, which is what I like to do. So all you're going to need to do is just saturate your hair in the rice water. You can put it into a spray bottle and that's going to help, or you can literally just run this over your hair and leave that with a plastic cap on your hair for around about half an hour to an hour, and then go ahead and shampoo your hair as normal. Or you can do this as a deep treatment in between shampooing and conditioning. Saturate your hair with the rice water, put a cap over it to seal in all of that moisture, and sit for around about half an hour while it does its work. And then what you can actually do is use this as a rinse as well. So when you're done shampooing and when you're done conditioning, go ahead and take a bucket and a jug and start rinsing your hair. And And the reason for the bucket is to catch the rice water as it falls down, because otherwise you just lose it all down the sink before you can saturate your hair in it and it just becomes a waste. And also when you do this, you can put it back into its airtight container into the fridge if you want to, and then you can keep using it for future uses. I wouldn't say to use this more than about 2 or 3 times because it's going to end up just getting polluted with other particles from your hair and that kind of thing. So 2 or 3 uses probably the maximum that I would keep my rice water for. So I actually had a look at a few studies about the actual benefits of rice water and why it actually works. So studies show that rice water actually contains inositol, which is a carbohydrate which can repair damaged hair and reduce surface friction and actually get the hair to improve its elasticity as well, which is a good thing for hair like mine. So the good thing about the rinse is that the inositol carbohydrate actually stays in the hair even after it's been rinsed out, which means that it continues to protect the hair even as you go about your day. Rice water actually contains lots of minerals, nutrients, vitamin B, amino acids and protein, which is all really good for our hair. And if you ferment the rice water, then all of those things just get turned up a notch and they just become amazing for your hair. That's what I've read and that's what I've experienced while using it for my hair. I definitely feel like it has improved my hair, so I'm just going to keep on using it and hopefully I'm going to turn out like one of those women. I'm going to be in the record books for having the longest hair. So they've been doing it their whole lives. They're the real OGs when it comes to rice water. So props to them for, you know, bringing this to the rest of the world and showing us all how we can grow our hair to its fullest potential. So I know that some of you might be a little bit skeptical because it is like a natural DIY kind of treatment and you might be thinking, well, if it was so good, then why don't the shops do it? But the thing is, when it's fermented, it smells really strong and also you cannot keep it for very long either. So I wouldn't recommend keeping your rice water for more than about 2 weeks at a time. And obviously on a commercial scale, like companies don't really want to be selling you products for your hair and then saying that you can only keep it for 2 weeks. It just doesn't work on like a commercial basis, but this is definitely great if you are into your DIYs, your natural remedies. So one more thing that I wanted to say, if you guys really don't like the smell, like I can stick with the smell for me it doesn't linger in my hair, and also nobody else has picked up on it. It's only really when you stick your nose right in there that you can smell it. So if you guys really don't like the smell, then you can go ahead and stick in a few drops of lavender essence or vanilla essence or something that just smells a lot nicer than fermented rice water. Like I said, the smell was not too bad for me at all, so I really didn't mind, but that's just another little tip in case you guys were worried about that. There's really no limit on how often you can use rice water on your hair, but I would recommend using it maybe at least once a week as either a pre-poo, a nourishing treatment, or as a rinse. Or maybe you can just do this every time you wash your hair. It's really not going to be too harsh. So that is everything from me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for suggesting that I try out rice water. I think I will stick with it. So thumbs up this video. Let's see if we can get this to 200 likes. It would really mean the world to me. Also, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss more videos like this one. Hit the notification button as well because I am uploading every single day this month, and I know that for some reason people don't get their notifications. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure that you hit that bell. Also, get me on all of my social medias, and I'll see you in the next video.